All right, so this is a little interesting. It kind of like wobbles on there. It doesn't really like sit perfectly. What's up guys, good morning, welcome back to the channel. In the last vlog we did, we installed the Paragon Performance wheel spacers on the C8. And if you guys haven't watched last video, in the intro you guys noticed that we had a little bit of issue trying to get the wheel onto that spacer. It's been brought to my attention that GM had some inconsistencies in their casting of the wheels. So I'm gonna get the wheels off real quick, show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, and then show you guys the fix for it as well. But before we get started, can we just take a second and look at this stance, guys? Those wheel spacers brought those wheels and tires exactly where they needed to be. Right flush with the fenders. God, I just love that look. If you guys have a C8, go out to your garage real quick, go and check out the car, and take a look at where your wheels and tires sit. It's in a totally different spot, guys. This looks so much better. If you guys are considering this mod, head over to ParagonPerformance.com. It's actually ParagonPerf.com. They gave me a promo code to give to you guys. It's RWDC8. It'll get you guys 5% off your wheel spacers. Their website is ParagonPerf.com. If you click on the wheels tab, you'll notice the spacers right there. They're $2.99. You add them to your cart, RWDC8. It should give you guys 5% off of your wheel spacers. Boom, $14.95 off, bringing a total of $284.05. And it looks like right now they're offering free shipping on all orders over $99 in 48 states. All right, so we got the car jacked up. We're just getting the wheel off. A couple of you guys had commented last video, you're wondering how easy or hard this wheel is gonna be to get off of the hub, being that I kind of pressed it on. I'm kind of curious too, so. All right, here's the moment of truth. Is this bad boy gonna be tough to get off or not? Here we go. Oh, not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, so let me explain to you guys the issue I was having last time. So basically what I found out was, so these bolts right here are the stock wheel studs. And these studs right here are the studs that are attached to the actual wheel spacer that you attach the wheel to. These studs right here, you can see they're a lot shorter than the studs you put the wheel on. Even though they're this short, they still interfere with the wheel sometimes. This is the back of the wheel here. The OEM studs, they go into these pockets right here. So there's 5 pockets, 5 studs, they're supposed to slide in there. Well, because the castings are a little inconsistent, it's a little rough around the edges there. You guys can see that. This is probably the worst pocket right here. It's just a little bit, not that much. So the modification that you need to make are to the actual stock studs. All you gotta do is file them down just a couple millimeters, nothing crazy. And then they'll slide into these pockets without hitting the walls there. But you guys can see, there's not any like crazy amount of damage. It looks like it just maybe like nicked the side there. The worst one is this pocket right here, and it's barely anything. We don't even see anything in that pocket or that pocket. A couple of comments we got were that we might have damaged the wheel studs. Guys, it just barely grazed the inside of the wheel, as you guys saw in those pockets. The most damage I see to a stud is like right there, and that's just barely that top thread, which doesn't even matter because these threads back here are a lot wider than the threads up front, but that thread's barely nicked. So even if you don't grind the studs down, you won't damage the wheels, but just go ahead, and if you're having the issues with fitment, I'll show you guys how to grind them down now. All right guys, sorry for the noise. We got Caleb from Hands On Detail Florida back. He's cleaning up Kimmy's BMW X1 right now. Guys, if y'all live in Central Florida, you need a great detailer, Caleb over at Hands On Detail. I'll have his link in the description below. All right guys, so the fix for this is to go ahead and take a file or a Dremel, if you don't have a file, and go ahead and grind down the outside of the wheel stud where it would normally rub against that wheel. Remember, you don't need to do the whole wheel stud, just the outside where it hits the pocket. Don't worry about these threads right here. They're not really threads. The actual threads start about 1/4 inch down, about right there. So all these threads right here, you're not gonna do any damage or anything like that. Again, I don't have a file, but I do have a Dremel, so let's see if this works. And remember, safety first, don't forget your goggles. Here we go. Turn this bad boy up a little bit. I'm just gonna start by doing a little, and then test fitting it, see if it still hits. And then if it does, come back and do some more. And notice I'm only doing the outside edge where it hits the wall on the inside of those holes. All right, let me get you guys a close-up. So as you guys notice, I really didn't take off much. It only says take off a few millimeters. It doesn't really hit that much on the inside of the wheel, so it doesn't take that much. So just a little bit off, nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and test fit the wheel and see if that works. All right, let's see. All right, we're getting closer. It's still hitting something. Just so it's not a guessing game on which of those studs you need to grind down, they say to go ahead and put some painter's tape on the inside of those pockets so you can see if the stud actually rubs against the tape. Then you'll know which one to grind down. So I'm just gonna put these 5 pieces of tape in there. Remember, only on the outside edge where it's actually touching. All right, let's carefully put the wheel back on so we don't mess up that tape too much. Okay, and then we'll kind of wobble it around, see what it's hitting. It's actually really close. It didn't really take very much at all. It's almost actually on there, but let's see. Pull this off and we'll see. Remember, don't rotate your wheel because you want to make sure you know which stud goes to which hole. So I'm just gonna lay this thing flat back down on its top very slowly. All right, so as you guys can see, untouched, untouched, untouched. This one looks like it's been touched, and that one definitely looks like it's been touched. So this one should be that guy right there, and this guy should be that guy right there. So I'll just touch up these two really quick and then test fit it again. All right, here we go. Let's see if that worked. Here we go, moment of truth. Man, that is literally right there. Maybe just a little bit more. It doesn't take very much. I'm trying to just go little by little because I want to take off as little material as possible. I really think it's hitting this one the most, so I'm gonna go at that one. I'm gonna hit the top of it just in case that's what's hitting too. And I'll go at this one more time, just in case the top of it is hitting as well. The Dremel definitely works though. All right, I'm gonna go tape off, because I took off quite a bit of material. We're gonna go for it. Here we go. Just the tiniest little bit of wobble. Man, it's just barely touching. Man, it's just barely touching something. All right, I'm gonna put the tape back on and do it one more time. All right, wheel on with tape. Let's see. Where are you touching? Where are you touching? All right, let's see where it's touching on the tape. All right, so with all that crazy moving, we got a little nick right here, got a small nick there, but we got a big nick right here. So we really want to work on this stud for sure, and then these two as well. All right, moment of truth. Try number 4,552. Man, it is ever so slight. All right, guys, after a few trial and errors, we finally got it to fit right. So what I did was I went ahead and the inside here, took a Dremel to it and just smoothed out the edges. Nothing crazy, didn't go really hardcore or anything. I didn't want to mess with the balance of the wheel. So just smooth out the edges to make it nice and smooth in there. And then over here on the studs, you guys can see, I just ground off the outside edges of them. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit. Don't worry about your threads because your actual threads don't start till about halfway down or a quarter inch down. So you're not gonna damage your studs or anything like that. And then you shave those down, you get these smooth, and then it just slides right on, no worries. All right, guys, final fitment, let's see. Perfect. Woo! Dude, so much better. So just grind out the outside, maybe smooth out the inside of the pockets of the wheel, and guys, she'll slip right on there. I mean, it was just the smallest little difference. Some of you guys may not even have to do this. Some of you guys may get lucky and those pockets are really consistent and they just slip right on. I'm just glad it was nothing serious. When I first started installing them, I thought it was that little bore ring. I thought it was just so tight, it was just kind of press fitting it. But it wasn't, it was just the original stud just hitting on the inside of those pockets. All right, guys, we got her put back on the ground. I'm gonna do the other three off camera. I'm not gonna bore y'all with that. But guys, look at this stance one more time. It is so perfect. You guys need these wheel spacers if you guys have the C8 Corvette. Remember guys, Paragon Performance did provide us with the promo code RWDC8 to get 5% off your wheel spacers. They're offering free shipping on orders of $99 or more, so go ahead and get yours now. But guys, if y'all like that video, go and hit that like button. If you guys haven't subscribed, please go and do that as well. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys next video. Later.